Continue the discussion now with Trump attorney Jesse Binnall, former Trump campaign manager Bill Stepien, and criminal defense attorney Randy Zelin. Randy, I'm going to start with you. One of the things that was said by Devon Archer was that Hunter was selling an illusion to access to Joe Biden, then vice president. What's your response to the choice of words?
That was no accident. That was a very carefully chosen word, because think about what the essence is of an illusion. If, let's say, I'm someplace, but I'm really not there. Well, if I'm really not there, that is an illusion. So here, what Mr. Archer is saying is that Hunter Biden really only defrauded the people who gave him the money. He created this illusion. Creating an illusion means you didn't actually do anything.
Interesting point there. Jesse, I want to bring you in and turn now to the looming Trump indictment, which could come down at any time from what we're learning from our sources. This would be his third indictment. And let's just remind everybody what Texas Senator Ted Cruz recently said about it. All right, it doesn't look like we have that clip, but he did say that it would be election interference and a disgrace. Your thoughts, Jesse?
Well, I think Senator Cruz is right in that regard. And the important thing to remember is that President Trump truly did nothing wrong here, and certainly nothing criminal. And this really is the politicalization, or the using lawfare in politics, which is absolutely inappropriate. So here in this case, you have President Trump asked his supporters to peacefully and patriotically make their voices heard. He, time after time, called for peace on January 6th. In the lead up to January 6th, all he did is ask for election integrity, something that is inherent in any democracy, to make sure that you have transparency in the democratic process. Every single thing that was done in that period had a legal basis. For instance, with the electors, that was done on the basis of what Jack Kennedy did in 1960. So by Jack Smith now going forward and trying to criminalize politics in this way is a very, very dangerous thing. It sets a dangerous precedent that if one side's politics wins an election, then the losers can be persecuted like this, and which is especially important because in a case like this, the process really is the punishment. To continue to go after President Trump is a real problem.
Yeah, because if this came down today, it would be the third indictment. There are people that are awaiting a fourth out of Georgia. Bill Stepien, how does this affect the political conversation? Because obviously the former president is trying to use this to his advantage.
Yeah, as the non-attorney here on the panel, these are the political facts. Right now, amazingly, Trump is in a better position to win now, more now than at any point in 2020 or even 2016. And that's for someone who was on both campaigns on the inside. And that's not my gut. That's not my instinct. That's data, and that's polling. Remember, in 2020, Trump never led in a single national public opinion poll at any point, not a single one. Just this past week alone, he's led in 2. So, for Trump to be leading right now in polls that he was never ahead in 4 years ago is pretty amazing.
Randy, again, as we anticipate this third indictment, how do you think this is affecting, I will say, President Trump overall? If you were his lawyer, he has, of course, trying to run for president again, but then has all of these existing indictments, pending indictments, sky-high legal fees. Kind of paint a picture for us.
Well, certainly from a purely legal standpoint, I would beg the former president to shut up. Stop talking about the proof or the lack of proof. Look what just happened yesterday, where they're all talking about, oh, all of the videos were turned over. Well, that doesn't exactly jive with a speaking indictment that talks about a conversation where the boss wants the videos deleted. But if that's the truth, just shut up and don't talk about it. But what I will say, and look, I voted for Trump in 16. I have no political skin in this game. But I think what's happening is that the person in the street who struggles every morning to get up, go to work, put food on the table, take care of a family, looks at the former president and says, man, this guy just doesn't stop. He doesn't give up. He keeps going. He goes forward. He doesn't give a crap. And I think that that resonates with the ordinary person who's also struggling every day and just getting bombarded by boulders.
Yeah, and Bill, there's also the element of going to drain the swamp. That's a populist message that resonated with people in 2016. And to what is called his base, it still does.
It still does. And the other thing it does is every time there is an indictment or news thereof, his opponents in the primary don't know how to deal with it. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to handle it. And you know that because every one of them is doing something different. And politics is very much a copycat sport. So if one person figured it out, they'd all be doing it. Instead, you have Ramaswamy holding a press conference saying he pardoned Trump and challenging everyone else to do the same. You have Hutchinson, calling for Trump to get out of the race. None of them has figured out, not a single person in the primary field has figured out how to do this. And it's why every night when Donald Trump goes to bed at night, not losing any ground, it's a winning day for the former president.
Jesse, you are a former Trump attorney. How would you be advising him at this moment? Any insights that you could share with us having worked with the former president? We have about 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I still work with him, just not on these cases. But what I will say is that Donald Trump is going to be Donald Trump, and he is going to continue to stand up for the American people and keep fighting for them. I truly believe that. And I think that this is noise that will probably fade to the background. And at the end, Donald Trump has been vindicated time and time again. He's going to be vindicated again.
Jesse Binnall, Randy Zelin, Bill Stepien, thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate it.